I went to a good school. Well, I don't actually know if it was good or not. It was just that everyone round our way said it was good. I liked the teachers there, and they seemed to like me. Sounds all right, doesn't it? But it wasn't. It all turned into a nightmare. Oh, if you could see me, if you could talk to me, you could make up your mind straight away about what kind of girl I am. You would be able to say just where I fit in. You know you can tell after about 2 minutes of talking to someone whether their dad does a good job or where he gets his hands dirty or not. Whether you've got a mum who corrects the way you speak. Some mum and dads try to help their kids do brilliantly. And it works. They do brilliantly. While some parents try like crazy to make their kids do brilliantly. But the kids are all dozos just the same. Mine were like that. They were desperate for me to do well, and I didn't. Every night I would get it. If you want to get anywhere in life, you have to do well at school. I got it from the day I started. You've got to learn how to read and write. You've got to spell. You've got to do your sums. You've got to behave yourself. You've got to do just what the teacher tells you. I did behave myself. But I did just what the teacher told me. I remember all through infants I was a goody-goody. I used to have these little patent leather shoes and my hair in ribbons. And I changed my knickers every day. And I didn't bite my nails. I helped the teacher clear up after school. And I always said please and thank you. And the whole thing was a waste of time. It did me no good at all. I could scarcely read or write. We had these books about little goblins, and some wore red and some wore blue and some wore yellow, and every book was about more of these horrible little goblins. They didn't do anything, they just sat about in the woods, saying, look, there's a red goblin. Hello, I'm a blue goblin. Then they used to give us bits of paper with, hello, I'm blue. You had to write in goblin. I always wrote globlin. I didn't give stuff about goblins. The other kids moved on to the books about dragons and ballet dancers. And I was stuck with the goblins. Every night I'd come home with a goblin book and my dad would make me read it to him. If I stopped or stumbled, he would say, you've got to learn it. If you don't, you'll be on the junk heap. I tried, but it just never struck together. Well, I say never, that's not quite true. I did learn to read. And I did learn to write. But it was like I was never like the other kids. It was like I was like the ones who could pick up a piece of paper or a book and read it just like that. No. When we were told to write something like, what did I do at the seaside? And all the other kids would head down scribbling away and I'd be nowhere, so I gave up. I started mucking about. I got in with this other girl who giggled all the time. She talked about boys and pop singers. That's all we talked about all day, boys and pop singers. We were only 10. She knew hundreds of rude jokes and songs that she'd got from her older sister. My friend Billy's got a 10-foot willy. He showed it to the girl next door. She thought it was a snake, so she hit it with a rake. And now it's only 4. And things like that. She was common. I was not so common, but I made myself as common as her. My parents saw it happening and went spare. They told me I wasn't allowed to play with her. They tried to make the teacher not let us sit together or play together, but we found out ways round it, and we went on giggling. And I'll have to tell you some more later, otherwise you'll get fed up with the story and clear off. Bye.